I'm for real. I'm for real.
Realer than real.
You're now tuned into the Realness Radio Podcast.
I got you stuck off the realness.
Realness.
Y'all feel me? Y'all feel. Y'all definitely feel.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the Realness Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Rashad King Shrek.
The Realness.
And this is my co-host, Tony Tone.
Tony Tone.
So today we're going to jump into a couple different topics. I think one of the ones that I think is most interesting, and we've been kind of talking about this today, was Gorilla Glue Girl.
The Gorilla Glue Girl. Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the more interesting ones because how you gonna use Gorilla Glue instead of an actual hair care product? So for those who don't know, Gorilla Glue Girl is a girl whose name is let me get this right because it's interesting. You know how black folks, we got interesting names. It's Tessica. It's like Tessa and Jessica. Tessica.
That's actually one I haven't heard. Yeah.
Right, that's an interesting one, right? So Tessica, in all her mighty, puts out a video on Twitter where she is in a pickle for a couple months where she decided she was going to do her hair, but she had ran out of her normal hair care products. So she decided, I'll try this Gorilla Glue adhesive spray. So she sprays it on her hair and it gets stuck. And then months later, she continuously puts out a couple videos following up on her saga. And at current time in life now, Tessica is now in Hollywood, California, seeing a plastic surgeon to have, I don't know what you would
get
call
rid
it.
of the Lego hair.
Yeah, the Lego. So he's just going to take the top piece off like a helmet.
Yeah.
Or we call it a wig. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a for real wig.
She Joe Dirted herself.
And then, the funny thing is, this heifer really had the nerve to try to sue Gorilla Glue.
Right.
Because she didn't know that, like, you probably shouldn't put
okay, so that's like
your hair.
That's like the very first question you have to ask yourself is like, did she just not know what Gorilla Glue was? You know what I'm saying? Is this well known, or like, I don't know. I haven't seen too much of the meme, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how does somebody not know Gorilla Glue is not like super duper glue?
Well, that was kind of my thought is how do you not know that Gorilla Glue is Gorilla Glue?
Yeah. Right?
I mean, it's kind of in the name.
Yeah.
And then I guess in popular culture, it has superseded super glue.
Yeah.
So now this is the mightier glue.
The mightier. Yeah.
Why would you even put that in your head? So this girl had done so much that, let me look it up in my phone. Gorilla Glue as a company had to come out and make a statement. So Gorilla Glue, and I'm going to paraphrase some of this, says, "We are aware of the situation and very sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident that Miss Brown is experiencing. Our spray adhesive in her hair. This is a unique situation because the product is not intended to be used for hair because it's permanent." And then it goes on to say that the adhesive has a warning on the label that you do not swallow it, you do not put it in your eyes, your skin, or your clothing.
Yeah.
I think the problem that she had was it did not say hair. So she felt like maybe it should go on hair. I don't really understand.
Yeah, it's bizarre to me. It's hilarious though. It's great for TV.
It's great for TV. I was just strolling on Twitter and here we are. Girl that got a helmet stuck to her head. And the one I first saw was she's just trying to put conditioner in it.
Yeah.
And she's just rubbing it on the top.
That's the other one I seen after you showed me. She just and then she takes a rag and just wipes it.
It just
right
wipes
off.
it off.
Yeah, it just wipes it right off, and it's just still the same.
It looks like as if you put like one of them picnic games where you put like shaving cream on
and her nails.
balloon.
Remember, she put her nails all over it, like you're just scraping on it. She's just not getting nothing.
It's like putting lotion on a bowling ball.
Yeah,
it wasn't gonna do nothing but be smooth, smooth as hell. But you know what's interesting? Speaking of, I didn't want to say the word balls.
Did you say smooth balls?
Smooth balls.
Smooth balls.
Speaking of smooth balls, this past weekend to the day that we're recording this was the Super Bowl, or AKA for the people on YouTube, the big game.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
The ship. You know what? I didn't watch it, actually. I didn't see it. I haven't been into football too much lately, but I did peek in on it a little bit. And the thing that tripped me out is that, like I said, I haven't been following football too often the last couple of years. And then I asked, who's in the Super Bowl? It's KC and Tampa Bay or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And somebody said Tom Brady is the quarterback, which I had no idea either.
Right.
So excuse me, for having my fucking NFL knowledge low, but I was like, the first thing I did was laugh. But Tom Brady's in the fucking Super Bowl again, and I was like, you just can't keep this fool out,
He'll show up,
and he won again, and I was like, dude, I've seen this all too many times.
We knew what was gonna happen. It was baked into the cake.
Yeah, it was baked into the cake. Yeah.
It is kind of crazy because I really didn't follow this season much either. And for anybody who really knows me, knows I'm a Cowboys fan.
Same here.
So we really didn't have a dog in the race.
Bro,
so
the past 10 years have been pretty depressing as a Cowboy fan, for sure.
We've had some interesting years, for sure.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of Tom Brady memes out there for us. Yeah. Do you see that one that they put out there for the Cowboys?
I didn't.
Oh man, they been my shit. I'm getting this all over mine because everybody's trying to be a hater as usual, right? Because everybody got to hate the Cowboys. So they got a thing that Tom Brady. They put his head on the Cowboys jersey and they said, "If you want to stop Tom Brady from winning the Super Bowl." And he's in a Cowboys uniform.
Oh,
I
damn.
said, y'all dusty.
Yeah.
But it's true.
That's true.
But it's true. We'll get to the playoffs, but
we'll retire him.
Yeah, we're going to be the reason why he stopped.
We'll retire him.
Yeah. He gonna be done after that. I thought it was crazy because I really didn't follow the season much this year myself. So when they said that, Tampa Bay was going, I thought like, hey, that's kind of like interesting.
It was definitely a different Super Bowl finally, but not really with Tom Brady, but anyway.
Right. It was kind of a different, but at the same time, same because of the quarterback situation. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was pretty good. I think I would have been a little more interested if Buffalo had made it. And it was...
See, when I heard Buffalo was in the run, I was like, okay, that'd be a great Super Bowl because you haven't seen Buffalo in a Super Bowl since what? What's the last one? The Cowboys. Yeah. Probably in the 90s, 97, 96. They had two in a row. I think it was like 92, 93, and then 95. And I think 95 might have been Pittsburgh. But that was, Buffalo Bills. And that was a long time ago.
Yeah, man. I think that's insane. So I thought that would be more of an interesting matchup to see a team that has been kind of the underdog for so long. Mm-hmm. You haven't seen them come up in a while. Then Tampa Bay being like a team that's, they've had a couple times to be, up there, but to really get another shine at it, plus the Tom Brady aspect, I think that was, for me, what I would have thought personally would have been a little bit more interesting. But it turned out to be pretty good. But, I mean, the Bucs kind of spanked them, so it wasn't like that. Good, because it was kind of, I was here watching him by myself, and I was watching another podcast that was going on coincide, and it was just, they kind of put the hurting on him.
So, okay, so I was at my aunt's house, or my wife's aunt's house, or aunt's house, and we went over there. They were making food, had pizza, wings, and shit, and all the dudes was in the back room watching the game and shit. So I popped in. I was like, "What's up, Sano? What's up? What's up, Gil?" You know, they're all watching the game, and it's right around halftime. I think it is halftime or something. And I'm just saying, "What's up to these fools?" And Sano was like, "Look, this fool! He's running on the field. Did you see the streaker?"
Yeah.
Okay, so the streaker, and then like I remember the day after seeing the streaker, seeing a meme. And did you see this where the dude took a picture with the streaker in a bar before the game?
No,
and he
I
had
didn't see
told.
that.
All right, so he told the dude that he bet like on a side bet or something that what's the odds that there will be a streaker at halftime, and this fool put like I want to say 50K down or something like that on some like 7-1 odds or some shit like that, but he was the streaker. So he puts 50K down, wins 375, and pays like a G to get out of jail. But I think I just recently read like because he said something, he didn't get the winnings. So it's like a bitter, you know, yeah. But he could have had like 375 just betting on it or something like that.
I mean, I guess the stack's loaded when you're the dude running naked. You know, when you know,
dude, yeah.
when you're
He's
like
I'm gonna be
he's like,
my own.
I would bet you that somebody's gonna do this. And they're like, nah, and he's like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's funny. I was watching the Tom Segura thing, and they had Warren Sapp on. And of course, because they're playing in and a team that Warren Sapp's familiar with, been on, you know, Super Bowls, the whole deal. He's like, oh, I got the inside. So he's got the inside video that's not going up on the Super Bowl national view where people aren't seeing the dude. Like, we know there's a streaker because it's all over Twitter. Yeah. But they're not showing it and on the NFL feed. Also, I'm watching the other podcast. They're showing it. Yeah. They're showing it as it's happening. I'm like, this is crazy that this is going down right now. Right. And the dude probably got fined so much money. I'm sure he was in trouble. But I don't think there would be something that I would say would probably deter anybody who was wanting to just run their ass naked up in the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody saw you. Yeah. So
social distancing. They can't catch me. They got to stay 6 feet away from me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gone.
I thought that something was also interesting that Tom Brady got so much static for being too drunk after.
What happened? Did he have some videos come out where he's like partying and shit?
There's a video after. It was dope. Yeah. So there's a video, and I don't know where they at because I wasn't paying attention. It's on Twitter. And it's Tom Brady, and they all on these boats, and they're in the canals, and I'm pretty sure it's in Tampa, somewhere in Florida, right? Yeah. And it's like a regatta parade type thing that they got going on. Yeah. Excuse me. And he's out there partying. He's on the boat. He's getting faded. A couple dope videos of him getting the trophy and tossing it to dudes on the other boat.
I've seen that one. I seen the video where he chucks it.
I'm like, dude, that's dope.
And these motherfuckers catch it. They're like, oh, like you cannot drop that goddamn trophy, dude. Like, boom, that dude clutches it like, boom.
Because if it goes in the water, so do you. Yeah. You got to go get that.
Yeah, that was a great video.
You can't be the dude who drops that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like off bat. Like, oh man, my bad.
Yeah,
like,
you dumped the fucking Super Bowl fucking trophy.
Like, and there's pictures of it all over the internet. Now you're the next meme forever. Yeah. But I guess after all that happened and he was partying, having a good time, hanging out, he got a bunch of people got caught, or a bunch of people showed him on video stumbling, and his man's holding him up. The security guard, his buddy, or somebody was with him. I didn't really get the details on that. But somebody holding him up as he getting off the boat, he just stumbling, drunk. But I said, hold on.
Got them giraffe legs.
He got them baby giraffe legs on ice skates. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I said, hold up. If I've been drinking and I'm on a boat and we've been doing, rocking like back and forth the whole time, I mean, I might still got my sea legs when I hit land. Yeah. And if you feeling saucy, you gonna feel extra.
If you feel some type of way about a man who just won a fucking how many?
Seventh.
Seventh? Jesus Christ. Winning a fucking 7th Super Bowl, just fucking living his life, bro. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
you just chapped at this point.
Dog.
You just chapped at this point.
Yeah.
You just a hater because I don't
give a fuck.
I'm not even into dude like that. And I'm like, hey man, do that. That's dope. If
That's
I was
tight
on
as
the other
fuck,
boat,
yeah.
I would hope he would throw the trophy at me and I would be excited like he was a cowboy that day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hey, yo, dude, you just got more wins than most people. You just beat Michael Jordan. Like, you crazy for this. You know what I mean? You left a winning team just to go to another team to be like, hey, yo.
Do it again.
I can make this a winning team, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, don't kill me, listeners. But he's like the equivalent of like, he's like a LeBron James. Like, he'll take that win to whatever team he goes to. Yeah. I'm just going to go to the team and whatever he's on, I'm going to win. You can put him on the Dolphins. He might win over there.
Yeah. He probably just, I don't know. It makes me think like people like that bring a certain energy to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like one person I think probably could turn around an organization if they come at it correctly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think maybe he does have that. I don't know. I've never been around anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, maybe I have, but maybe I haven't. But you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he rallies people around, and maybe he
does.
Maybe he does, and like he has a status, but maybe maybe he's human as fuck too. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, all right, this fool knows the ins and outs. He's done it all up and down, but you know what I'm saying? And it's a certain kind of wisdom he brings to a team. Like,
I hear that from other people when they talk about him and his camaraderie and the way he brings a team together.
Right.
I think that is one of the things that it is that he does have a way of bringing, people together and getting everything, get the whole team riled up and getting ready to go and teaching them new things. Because, now he's one of the old dogs, going against Mahomes, he's young, killing it, like, dude who just got to his first Super Bowl, like crazy.
Right.
They'll be back next year. I mean, the Chiefs, everybody was sad they lost, but like, hey, y'all gonna be still hitting next year. We'll see what's popping. You got a young dude. We'll see if you got the right lineup, or you could be like us Cowboys when you have a really good year, and then the next one, it's cool.
Yeah. When I heard Dak snapped his shit early on in the season, I asked somebody like game 3, I don't know what game it was, somewhere around there, I think, and they're like, oh, you didn't hear Dak snapped his ankle? And I was like, no. Yeah. And then I haven't seen the video on it or anything. Haven't seen it, but I heard it was.
I don't know what possessed me this season, but I wasn't really watching super tough. You know what I mean?
You know what only kept me in it mostly was fantasy football. When I was doing that, like when we had a group of people, like 10 people, we'd all throw $100 in.
Yeah.
Like $1,000 on the line, like $750 to first place, and here's a
that'll
little
get
bit
you
to
paying
second.
attention.
Yeah, you'll start paying attention. So that was probably 2-3 years ago. Since then I haven't really.
So you were talking. You wanted to tell me a little something about that you were reading in the news.
Are we talking about the stonks?
I believe so.
Yeah, the stonk. So the GameStop stock. It has me saying the lingo and everything too.
Yeah.
Like there is a world that's kind of has been created around this, and it's almost given itself some kind of like crazy status where I don't know. It's like the little man challenged the corporation. You know what I'm saying? But it started off as something just like people trying to get money on on the stock market, and it was based off of basically this Reddit. It was a subreddit, Wall Street Bets, and it had somewhere around 1 million followers. And after this whole like GameStop stock
tongue twister
kind of thing went on, basically from my understanding, and I don't know a lot about it, I've just been kind of looking into it, but and I've been reading through the past posts and everything like that, but the gist of it, what I understand is there was a guy basically they would all like throw in a gang of money and they would call it YOLO. You know what I'm saying? YOLO, like throwing it down, and they would all pump the stock up.
Right.
Everybody would throw into it and it would bump that stock up, and then people would sell off and just make quick money, you know, and then jump back in and then go on to another one and
continue the thing, right?
Yeah. So it was interesting to me because it was like once this thing hit big for this dude that was like talking about GameStop for a long, long time, all of a sudden a bunch of people jumped on the bandwagon. Not even the bandwagon. Like, it was like, all right, let's go all in. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this. Fucking pump the stock up. Come to find out, there's only so many shares that a company can basically have. You know what I'm saying? So let's say this company has 50 million shares. That's how many it can buy and sell out. And so I guess the reports were showing that, hey, we have a higher percentage of stocks being traded than what we actually have. So maybe 123% worth of stocks being traded when there's only, that 100%. So, again, I guess this is going to go deeper into like the knowledge of stocks, which I don't have. So I'm just basically speculating on this point, but there's a lot of other things that go into that. Basically what it's exposing is that these hedge funds are creating
fake evaluations, essentially.
Well, basically what they're doing is they're taking a stock and borrowing it, trading it to somebody else, and then short selling it back to themselves, or sometimes not even completing the actual trade. And it leaves it in this limbo area. So that's why you get all these percentages higher than what you should have.
Because
more than 100% of stocks.
Because it's making it look like that there's a big buy on it,
Exactly. So once all these clear and you have all these other people bought in, these hedge funds are still going to have to buy out all that money. Plus you're going to get exposed for fraud because you're basically printing money. You know what I'm saying? Because you're playing because of the way you're manipulating it.
And then they have to buy it back at a higher price, right? So it screwed them out of their own game, which was kind of drive the price up, get out, make that money, come back in, drive the price up. But
exactly. But we did that to them.
Little people did it to them.
Exactly.
And they didn't like it this time.
And they didn't like it. Yeah. So a lot of people, needless to say, made a lot of money over a short course of probably 6 to 8 months. And the culmination of it came to a bunch of people jumping on board. And it was kind of crazy. Just kind of crazy to witness and stuff. I even ended up throwing in, and I bought a couple of the stocks when they were at like 50, 75 bucks. Yeah. So I have a couple of in them just because. So the whole thing is that everyone, once these bets came to clear, not bets, but they are bets. It's like a casino on Wall Street almost. Like that's what it kind of feels like. But it's once all these short sales basically consolidate and go back into it, there's what's called, I guess, a squeeze, and it just shoots the stock price high. So everyone's who bet in on it is expecting it to go, 2, 3, 5,000 plus. And when that happens, these people have, a lot of these people on these websites have like millions of dollars like just thrown into that one, like crazy shit, like people losing their houses, losing their cars just to go fucking YOLO on this shit. And it's kind of wild. Like, I'm like, damn.
I think it's so funny that there was, an immediate uproar. So, I talked to one of the guys at work, and he was telling me about the situation. And then I really started noticing that it was just popping up on every major news organization. And then you're seeing that they cut selling so people couldn't continue the run. So these hedge funds are like, hey, can y'all stop that? Can you stop that? And then they were like, turn it off. Because they didn't want everybody to take a run on their own money, which is so interesting to see. I'm just mad that I heard about the shit late.
Me too, because I came into it way too late, and I was just kind of like
games.
I jumped on the bandwagon for sure on it.
I like GameStop. I want to get in on this. Too late.
Yeah.
Too late. I can't. What is going to be the thing that...
So listen, here's the thing that's weird to me about it is that you're actually depending on a lot of people over the internet to keep to the word, and that's kind of what it was. It was like a rally the troops kind of moment where everybody on this website they went all in. They went all in.
That's crazy.
But these hedge funds had tricks up their sleeves. You know what I'm saying? They know how to work the market too. And like after a week, you can feel the mood change, especially just in the subreddit itself of all the people talking back and forth and all the posts. Cause there's 8 million. It went from 1 million to 8 million in like a week or something like that.
That's crazy.
And so like you would feel the mood change and stuff and it would be like down, but like you could tell there was bots and stuff like that.
That's crazy, man.
But you could tell, it was crazy. Like
it's like a frenzy.
It was a game. It was a game. It was a head game between the hedge funds and the website. That's what it kind of felt like.
It feels like real life and Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And I want to make a note. You guys probably on the podcast can't hear this right now, but a motorcycle just went by that was on Speedway. But it sounded like it was right outside.
Yeah.
That dude was smashing.
He was fucking gone.
Yeah, he was fucking flying. I'm not sure if there's cops behind him, but he's going fast. Mm-hmm. So, last subject, big things to end off the podcast. We're the day before Valentine's Day. What are you doing? You doing something special? You guys gonna...
I bought some... I don't know. I just bought some steaks and some shrimp, and I was gonna cook for the lady, I think, and the fam. You know what I'm saying? Like we usually all kick it together anyway. Dude, I'm bad, man. Like I'm a procrastinator. I wait till the last, and I'm like, dude. And every time I'm like, dude, I should have fucking thought of something a week ago to be all like romantic and shit. And then I'm just like 2 days away. I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to get some corny ass flowers and some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn it.
Are you really into Valentine's Day?
You know what? Not necessarily, but that doesn't matter though. The ladies love Valentine's Day, whether they say it or not. It's a thing. So it's like you can either like play it off as like I don't really care, or you can give your baby girl what she needs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, just
okay.
you know, I know. Yeah,
a little break, a little dinner.
Yeah, a little dinner. Give her,
give her the steak, and then give her the steak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ride the baloney pony.
That's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Put a little something on it.
Put something on it.
I am planning to watch TV.
Okay.
And I might fall in love with my television.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna smoke a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I might buy myself some roses, just to feel fancy.
Yeah, light an incense.
Yeah, light an incense.
Yeah.
Have a little me time. Take myself on a date.
Yeah.
It's about it.
Turn the light on red.
Yeah, you got them fancy Philips lights. You can turn the whole mood on red, and I just sit here listening to Luther Vandross if my draws by myself.
Not
you
Luther.
Not Luther.
Not Luther.
You got to kick on these good things. So it's funny because like with this day and age, what do you really do for Valentine's Day and COVID? You know what I mean? Because it's not the same traditional Valentine's Day, I guess, that we're used to, right? Where it's like go out to dinner and you're holding hand like a movie or any of the traditional dates, because it's like everybody's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got that Rona. Mm-hmm. Don't come out here. Half capacity. Or if you're going to be there, ain't nobody going to restaurants. Ain't no comedy shows. Ain't nothing to really do. So it's like you're really, really staying at home this year, I guess. But
well, that's where I guess you just got to get creative. You know what I'm saying?
I guess it is.
If you want to do some shit, you just got to, whip something up.
It is that time where
figure it out.
You get the rose petals and try to do all that romantic shit and send the kids over to their auntie house, or like a grandmama house or something. Get on out because you know what time this is.
It's Mr. Nasty.
It's Mr. Nasty. You know, I was thinking that too, because I was like, dang, this is like second Valentine's Day with the Rona.
Yeah.
Because we're pretty much almost in a year of this.
Right.
And then like March, somewhere around just past your birthday, but right before mine, is the sweet spot of when the world went to its end.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that it's coming full circle, and it's like Valentine's Day all over again. But I feel like it's Tucson, man. People gonna be out at the clubs. I bet they out right now.
I bet.
Like,
Well, dude, I drove by Hi-Fi on Saturday, and it was kind of popping on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's usually more on a Sunday because football's going on
Of
and
course.
it's packed. But like even on Saturday, they had some people out, and I mean, yeah, people are gonna still go.
Look, wear y'all mask, y'all. Don't be getting that Rona all over everything. We be all right. We be all right. Well, let's close up this first episode of the Realness Radio Podcast. It's pretty awesome.
I think it went well.
It's a pretty good time, having a good time. We're going to do a bunch of these. We're going to try to put out content weekly.
Yeah.
So every Sunday, we're going to try to drop. We'll probably record somewhere in the week and try to drop every Sunday. I'm not going to put a time on it because, you know, I'm black. So we're going to show up a little late because I'm on CP time.
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, we're also going to be hitting a lot of topics like, you know, shit on social media and in the movies, whatever it is, you know, it doesn't matter. Like the halftime show, we didn't even touch on the halftime show.
I was thinking about that too, and we did not touch on the halftime show. We're definitely gonna have to bring that one up because I think he talked to Bruno Mars, stylist, and said, "What's up with that red jacket?"
Yeah,
because that was pretty familiar.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do all kinds of topics. Sometimes it'll be a little this, sometimes it'll be a little that, and sometimes we'll probably have a third person with us, or maybe more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will start doing specific episodes geared towards verses, and we're gonna call this Versus the Conversation. And we're going to talk about the potential of verses, some of the potential matchups we could be seeing, some of the artists that we have already seen, some of the music. We're both huge music lovers, so there'll be lots to talk about. So tune in. You can get the podcast on YouTube and SoundCloud right now. It'll be up pretty soon in future places, all the places where you can get your podcast.
Yeah.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook on the Realness Radio Podcast, and that'll be on Facebook and Instagram again. If you want to follow me personally, it will be at Superior Shrek on Instagram.
And mine will be Tony Baloney underscore. Prolific Pappy underscore between Prolific and Pappy. Follow us on IG. We're going to get it going.
Yeah, boy. Thanks for joining us. And we out.